Yes, it is generally permissible to run type UFB underground feeder and branch circuit cable in the bedding of a tile floor. Type UFB cable is designed for use in concrete and underground applications. It is a direct burial cable resistant to moisture and sunlight. When installing type UFB cable in tile floor bedding, keep several points in mind. Firstly, install the cable according to all electrical codes and regulations. Secondly, protect the cable from mechanical damage with conduit or a protective covering. Thirdly, ensure the cable is properly terminated and spliced for a safe and reliable connection. Also consider the voltage rating of the type UFB cable. It must be sufficient for the application. For a 240 volts resistive heat cable, use a type UFB cable rated for at least 240 volts. The ampacity of the type UFB cable must be sufficient for the load. The cable must carry the current drawn by the resistive heat cable and other devices connected to the receptacle. Install the type UFB cable so that it doesn't create a tripping hazard. If you're unsure about installing type UFB cable in tile floor bedding, consult a qualified electrician. Type UFB cable is manufactured as a flat gray cable. It contains individually insulated conductors. These conductors are surrounded by a cable assembly that's suitable for direct burial in the earth. It can be used for underground installations, including direct burial as branch circuits or feeders. It is often used to supply power to detached garages or buildings and outdoor lighting fixtures. Type UFB cable is suitable for wet locations. It's rated for 60 degrees Celsius. The National Electrical Code (NEC) specifies the requirements for installing type UFB cable. Some considerations for using UFB include the ampacity of conductors. The ampacity must match the intended load. Use the correct size of cable for the circuit's ampacity requirements. For example, if the circuit requires a 20 amps overcurrent protection device, refer to NEC Table 310.15. The 16, formerly Table 310.16, to determine the minimum conductor size. Pay attention to the terminal temperature ratings. Equipment is listed for use with 60 degrees Celsius or 75 degrees Celsius rated conductors. Conductors with higher temperature ratings can be used if the ampacity is determined by the lowest temperature rating. In other words, conductors should be sized based on the 60 degrees Celsius or 75 degrees Celsius column in NEC Table 310.15. B16 unless specifically permitted otherwise. Also, consider protection against physical damage. When exposed, UFB cable must be protected from physical damage. This is often achieved by running the cable inside conduit. Where UFB cable emerges from the ground, it must be protected by rigid metal conduit, intermediate metal conduit, rigid non-metallic conduit, or other suitable means. Consider proper burial depth. The NEC specifies minimum burial depths for underground cables, including UFB. The depth varies depending on the voltage and location of the cable. For example, a 240 volts circuit typically requires a burial depth of at least 12 inches. When installed under a building, the cable needs to be encased in concrete. This provides additional protection. Splices and terminations need to be made inside approved enclosures. Direct burial splices are also permitted. However, they must be made with approved kits designed for that purpose. All connections must be tight and properly insulated. Consider grounding and bonding. The grounding conductor in the UFB cable must be properly connected to the grounding system. This helps to ensure safety and reduce the risk of electrical shock. The metal parts of any electrical equipment connected to the circuit must be bonded to the grounding system. Consider local codes and regulations. Always check with your local electrical code authorities to ensure compliance with all applicable regulations. Local amendments or requirements may exist. These could impact the installation of UFB cable. Consider the location. While UFB cable is suitable for direct burial, avoid running it through areas where it may be subject to excessive mechanical stress or damage. For example, avoid running it under driveways or sidewalks. If that is unavoidable, use conduit for added protection. Consider future access. When installing UFB cable underground, consider future access for repairs or modifications. It may be helpful to install the cable in a conduit. This will allow for easier removal and replacement if necessary. Consider avoiding sharp bends. Avoid making sharp bends in UFB cable. Sharp bends can damage the cable's insulation. It can also reduce its current carrying capacity. Use sweeping bends whenever possible. Consider marking the cable's location. It is advisable to mark the location of buried UFB cable. This can prevent accidental damage during future digging or construction activities. This is often done by burying detectable warning tape above the cable. Consider using a GFCI protection. Ground fault circuit interrupter. GFCI protection may be required for certain circuits. This depends on the specific application and local code requirements. GFCI protection can help to prevent electrical shocks. Consider the environmental conditions. While UFB cable is resistant to moisture and sunlight, it can still be affected by extreme environmental conditions. Avoid running it through areas where it may be exposed to corrosive chemicals or extreme temperatures. Consider proper support. When UFB cable is run along walls or other surfaces, it must be properly supported. This can be done using cable ties, straps, or other approved methods. The supports must be spaced according to the NEC requirements. Consider using a cable lubricant. When pulling UFB cable through conduit, using a cable lubricant can reduce friction and make the job easier. Use a lubricant that is specifically designed for electrical cables. Consider the fill capacity of conduit. When running UFB cable through conduit, do not exceed the maximum fill capacity of the conduit. The NEC specifies the maximum number of conductors that can be installed in a given size of conduit. Consider inspecting the cable before installation. Before installing UFB cable, inspect it for any signs of damage. Do not use the cable if it is damaged or if the insulation is cracked or torn. Consider using a torque screwdriver. When tightening connections on electrical equipment, use a torque screwdriver to ensure that the connections are properly tightened. Over-tightening can damage the equipment. Under-tightening can result in loose connections. Consider checking the voltage. Before working on any electrical circuit, always check the voltage to ensure that the power is turned off. Use a voltage tester to verify that the circuit is de-energized. Consider wearing safety glasses. When working with electrical cables and equipment, wear safety glasses to protect your eyes from flying debris. Consider using insulated tools. When working on electrical circuits, use insulated tools to protect yourself from electrical shock. Consider having a fire extinguisher nearby. When working on electrical circuits, have a fire extinguisher nearby in case of a fire. Be aware of the location of the nearest fire alarm. Consider proper ventilation. When working in enclosed spaces, ensure that there is adequate ventilation. This will help to prevent the buildup of fumes or gases. Consider avoiding working alone. Avoid working on electrical circuits alone. Have someone nearby who can assist you in case of an emergency. Consider turning off the power at the breaker. Before working on any electrical circuit, turn off the power at the breaker. This will help to prevent electrical shock. Consider labeling the breaker. After turning off the power at the breaker, label it so that others know not to turn it back on. Consider using a lockout tag. Use a lockout tag to prevent others from turning on the breaker while you are working on the circuit. Consider double-checking your work. After completing any electrical work, double-check your work to ensure that everything is properly installed and connected. Consider testing the circuit. After completing any electrical work, test the circuit to ensure that it is working properly. Use a multimeter or other testing device to check for voltage, current, and continuity. Consider documenting your work. Keep a record of all electrical work that you perform. This will be helpful for future reference. Consider continuing the education. Continue to educate yourself about electrical safety and best practices. This will help you to stay safe and to perform electrical work correctly. Consider knowing your limits. If you are not comfortable performing a particular electrical task, do not attempt it. Hire a qualified electrician to do the work for you. It's important to note that while a UFB cable is rated for direct burial, the specific installation requirements can vary depending on the local electrical codes and the specific application. Always consult with a qualified electrician or local building inspector. This is to ensure that the installation meets all applicable requirements. The electrician can also advise you on the best type of cable to use for your specific application. The electrician can inspect your work to ensure that it is safe and compliant. Installing electrical wiring can be dangerous if not done properly. It's always best to err on the side of caution and seek professional help when needed. When selecting UFB cable, consider the number of conductors required. UFB cable is available with different numbers of conductors. Select the cable that has the number of conductors needed for the circuit. Also, consider the size of the conductors. The size of the conductors must be sufficient to carry the load. Refer to the NEC to determine the correct conductor size for the circuit. The NEC provides tables that specify the ampacity of different sizes of conductors. Consider the length of the run. The longer the run, the larger the conductors that will be needed. This is because the voltage drop increases with the length of the run. Voltage drop can cause equipment to malfunction. It can also cause the cable to overheat. Consider the ambient temperature. The ambient temperature can affect the ampacity of the conductors. The higher the ambient temperature, the lower the ampacity. The NEC provides tables that specify the ampacity of conductors at different ambient temperatures. When installing UFB cable, be sure to follow all of the manufacturer's instructions. The manufacturer's instructions will provide specific information about the cable's installation requirement. The manufacturer's instructions may also provide information about the cable's limitations. When connecting UFB cable to electrical equipment, be sure to use approved connectors. Approved connectors are designed to provide a safe and reliable connection. Unapproved connectors can cause electrical shorts. They can also cause fires. When installing a UFB cable in a tile floor, be sure to protect the cable from moisture. Moisture can damage the cable's insulation. It can also cause corrosion. There are several ways to protect UFB cable from moisture. One way is to run the cable in conduit. Another way is to use a moisture-resistant sealant. When installing UFB cable in a concrete slab, be sure to protect the cable from abrasion. Abrasion can damage the cable's insulation. It can also cause the cable to short circuit. There are several ways to protect UFB cable from abrasion. One way is to run the cable in conduit. Another way is to wrap the cable with protective tape. When installing UFB cable underground, be sure to bury the cable at the correct depth. The correct depth will vary depending on the voltage of the cable. It depends on the location of the cable. The NEC specifies the minimum burial depths for underground cables. When installing UFB cable near trees, be sure to protect the cable from root damage. Tree roots can damage the cable's insulation. They can also cause the cable to short circuit. There are several ways to protect UFB cable from root damage. One way is to run the cable in conduit. Another way is to install a root barrier. When installing UFB cable near swimming pools, be sure to follow all of the NEC requirements for swimming pool wiring. Swimming pool wiring must be installed in a safe and reliable manner. Failure to do so can result in electrical shock. It can also cause death. When installing UFB cable, be sure to inspect the cable regularly for any signs of damage. If you find any damage, replace the cable immediately. Damaged cable can be dangerous. It can cause electrical shock. It can also cause fires. Remember to always prioritize safety when working with electricity. If you are not comfortable performing a particular task, hire a qualified electrician. Working with electricity can be dangerous. It is best to leave it to the professionals.